I'm sitting by the phone waiting for them to call and say, hey, would you like to come play Bob Wheeler again? I have not gotten that call. And I guess it's because, John Larroquette is the producer of this show, and, he doesn't want me showing him up, And, no, I think probably, I expect maybe one day they'll call and say, hey, you guys want to come play the Wheelers again? But I think he maybe thinks I'm too expensive now, because they paid me nothing back in the day, right? But he's right about that. I am too expensive now.
So, is there a little bit of something that I'll...
You know what? That's a question a lot of people get asked. What's your favorite song? And I like the Beatles in particular. I don't have a favorite song. Whatever song I'm playing is my favorite song at the time. Seriously. I've gotten a lot of feedback from people saying, how is it they all have the same DNA and they all, it's a TV show. That's how. It's not like real life.
Did it hurt when you got hit by that phaser? The thing that wasn't real in the TV show? That isn't real?
Did I ever get hit by that phaser? I don't think I did. I think I ducked. But yeah, I mean, my only assumption is when somebody goes, wow, they all look just like you, isn't that weird? And I go, well, did you want someone else to play the part? Because I enjoy playing all the different songs. And I find them all a little different, and I think they all look a little different too. I mean, most of them look younger than me. Now.
All right, so I see a bunch of people lined up over here. Is there anybody over there? We're going to start over here and start filling up that line because I'm going to go there next.
Is there a line over there?
There is no line. I think everybody saw me point to this one and the lights were going there. I was like, there we go. This guy's standing up.
You think about it.
There we go. Had to think of something. So
I will only answer the first 100 questions.
We have 99.
Yes.
Brent Spiner.
Hi.
I actually wanted to know about, you did that movie about 97, Out to Sea.
Yeah.
I was wondering what it was like to work with legends like, Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, Bob O'Connor. What was that experience like?
Have you seen this movie, Out to Sea? Okay. That's going to be your rental for this evening. Thank you for doing this, by the way. That's so great. Yeah, appreciate it. That's not what I said, but
close enough.
Close enough, I guess. What is it? Moist. What's your name again? Moistes. Out to cease.
Accent on C.
Yeah, that's the Spanish version of Out to Sea. Yeah. No, it's it was one of the great joys of my life. Totally seriously, to do Out to Sea. Movie I played with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau and oh my gosh, Elaine Stritch, Don O'Connor, Hal Linden, Diane Cannon. There were so many really amazing people in that film, and I just couldn't believe I got to be around those guys. And I actually got to be pretty good friends with Walter and Jack. Jack lived up the street from me at the time, and I used to see him be walking his dog. He had a big poodle, and I'd be walking my dog, and we'd pass and go, hey kid. And Walter and I got to be very close, actually. I'll tell you a quick story. I've told this story a million times, so don't post this video because people have seen it, they've heard it, but my favorite Walter and Jack story, and I have many actually, but my favorite one, Walter told me that he went to a premiere. This is a real show business story. He went to a premiere of a movie with Jack. It's called, I don't know what it was called, but It was a kind of a rom-com that he did, and he wasn't sure whether it was going to be any good or not, and so he asked Walter, will you come to the premiere with me and let me know what you think of the movie? And Walter said, sure. So we went to the movie, and they watched the film, and afterwards they were walking out, and Jack said to Walter, what do you think? And Walter said, can you get out of it? That was Walter. That's who he was. And what was strange to me was I always assumed, growing up, Jack Lemmon was my hero. I mean, I wanted to be Jack Lemmon, and he's the best career anybody's ever had. I mean, he did everything, and so I assumed because Jack was really responsible for Walter being a star. Walter was a star on the New York stage. He had done The Odd Couple on stage, a couple of other things. He actually did a play before that he won a Tony Award for called Shot in the Dark that starred a guy named William Shatner. And he told me a story about that too. He said he was doing, and you don't remember Billy, Judy Holliday, wonderful actress, Born Yesterday was her big film. And she came backstage after a performance of Shot in the Dark, and she said, Walter, this guy Shatner, is his name in the past tense? But anyway, I assumed that Walter, that Jack would be, because when they made the film of The Odd Couple, even though Walter had done it famously on the stage with Art Carney, Jack was cast first because Jack was a movie star, and he said, "Who do you want to play Oscar?" Because Jack was going to play Felix, and he said, "Well, I want Walter Matthau to get it on stage." So they hired Walter to do it, and he became a big star after that. So I thought maybe when the two of them worked together, that Jack was sort of the controlling partner, but really it was the other way around. I was really shocked to find that Walter was the one who called the shots. And Jack would do a scene and do something in the scene, and Walter would say, "Are you going to do that?" And Jack would say, "Well, yeah, I thought I would." Why? He says, "It's not funny." And Jack said, okay. He said, "What should I do?" He said, "Do it like this." And he'd show me, "Oh yeah, that's the way to do it." And so, but they were great guys to be around, and loved being around Donald O'Connor. Donald O'Connor, one of the greatest dancers ever on the screen, and great guy. I could just keep going on about this experience, but when I was auditioning to play the part, I played a cruise director, Gil Godwin, British cruise director, and when I was auditioning, I went in for the first audition and I sat down, and Donald O'Connor was sitting there. And I'm like, "Oh my God." And I said, "Hi, how are you?" He says, "I'm okay, how are you?" And I said, "You know, I gotta tell you something. I get to be your age, and I've done as much as you've done. I'm not auditioning." And I said, "They gotta beg me to play the part." And he says, "Oh, okay, you know." So then they called my name, I went into audition. I came out, I finished, I was signing some papers or something, and then I hear me in the background going, "Where's Donald? Where's Donald? He's gone. Donald O'Connor's gone." And when we finally all got together, we were all cast, and first day of, we have a read-through of the script. I show up, and there's Donald O'Connor, and he comes up to me, he says, "You know what?" He goes, "When you were sitting next to me at that audition, and what you said," he said, "I got up and went and called my agent." And I said, "Hey, this guy Spiner just said, when I get to be your agent," he says, "I'm not auditioning for this." And he said he was out of there. And, I felt really good about that. Because they did
Saved a screen legend in an afternoon.
Really, exactly. And who did they think they were, making Donald O'Connor audition? And he didn't have that big a part. I mean, it was incredible. But happily, he was in the movie, and we got to be friends too. So
The stories you get only in these shows, right?
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know, the writers, they had no idea what was going on between them. I mean, they didn't know. They just wrote what they wrote, and we played it. And the David-Jordy relationship was established initially in the audition scene that we both had auditioned with. That never was in the show. But it was an interesting thing they had set up where we were going to be, because of, we were called the Perceivers. That's what was in the audition scene. We were going to be a team called the Perceivers, having to do with the way he viewed things and the way I took information in.
I love that.
You like that?
Yeah, that's cool. I had no idea.
We liked it too. But you know, again, they didn't give us any options. It was just, here's the script, say this. But so, anyway, somehow though that relationship developed, that friendship between Jordy and David developed. And what's interesting is, Levar and I can't stand one another. What's that?
I heard,
Yeah. He offends me.
Separate green rooms. There's the
Separate-
bar green room.
Exactly.
Green room.
And the whole, what is Reading Rainbow anyway?
I was little.
No, you know, it just, I'll tell you what, Levar and I are really good friends. As are we with all of them. I mean, Jonathan and I are very good friends. Patrick and I are good friends. Kate and I are good friends. We're all really good friends because we hung out together for a long time. But I always look forward to being someplace else with one of the people, you know, one of my castmates. And it's always a blast to be with Levar wherever I am. And I always enjoy it.
Thank you.
So, we're telling you we've got 5 minutes left. Do you think that we can go fast and get through everybody?
Everyone in the room?
No, everything is
Oh,
just that.
yeah, I can give a one-word answer.
Over here first.
Okay, go ahead.
So much like maybe in the room, I think the most pinnacle role you've played is, of course, Devlin from Master of Disguise.
Yeah, thank you.
And, you know, do that. They took my last question, so I'm going to pivot. Did you like working with the cat?
The cat?
Cat. Was it the same?
I don't want to go into that. But let me just say, this is a common misconception that I did not like the cat. It wasn't that. I liked the cat. Cat was a terrible actor. So bad that ultimately Spot was a dog in a cat suit. They had to put a little dog inside a cat suit just to get him to do anything. And
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you for playing Data.
thank you.
My dad would have loved being here, so I just really appreciate being able to talk to you.
Thank you.
Lots of people took the questions I was going to ask. So,
Thieves.
I know.
Terrible.
So I was wondering.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, go for it.
Okay. Have you read my book?
I'm going to have to say no, sadly.
How many people have read my book? Okay, that's 3. All right. How many people know I wrote a book? Okay, 6. Great. Do you know about my book? No.
That was fresh hell.
Oh, okay. Do you have my book? Have you bought it?
I gave my copy to a friend.
Sure you did. Yeah, it's called fan fiction. It is not a memoir, because a lot of people on the reviews that I've gotten, a lot of people going, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. And I'm like, wait, why didn't you tell me I would have written what you thought it was going to be? But yeah, it's on Amazon, it's at Barnes & Noble, you can pick it. It's on Audible. Really fun to listen to because you're listening to it right now. No, you got it though. Good man. And all my castmates play. It takes place. The book takes place in the third season of Next Generation. That's the time period. So you will meet Patrick and Levar and Gordon and Jonathan and everybody, and they were all good enough to come and record their own voices when we did the audiobook. I narrated the book. So anyway, just wanted you to know about it. Did you have something better than that?
That's good, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. If I had a copy, I'd give it to you right now. That'll cover it, of course.
Over here.
Yeah, how you doing? I did not read your book, sorry.
Oh.
However, I'm from the...
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm from the original series generation, and so when the next generation came out, it was really, I don't know, we looked at it with great skepticism. And did you as an actor, when you first got introduced to that role in the next generation, how did you feel about that?
What was the question? I couldn't quite hear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did you go about?
I stepped in the microphone, hit me in the face, so I stepped back. I'm from the original series generation. So when the next generation came out, a lot of us original folk looked at it with great trepidation, concerned that it was not going to really live up to the original series.
Right.
Obviously, it did. But how did you feel as an actor walking into the next generation? Did it seem like a risk?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the biggest risk was going to be that it would be a hit. I was counting on it failing, and I would get, I would do a year and pay my bills and be on to something else, and it didn't turn out that way. In fact, here I am. Right?
Look at you now, congratulations.
Thank you.
Over here.
Hi, so as one who has spent so many years in the iconic persona of a famous android,
Yes.
would you be in favor of the potential proliferation of androids in the future, and why?
Do I get a piece of that? I mean, I really shouldn't I? Although people would complain that they all look like me, I guess, which would be fine with me. I think, I'm in favor. If they can help, I don't think there's going to be this, the war of the androids or anything. I think it's going to be very helpful to have, particularly, in places where, taking care of people. Right now, there's not a lot of staff. After COVID, a lot of our healthcare workers have panicked, and it'd be nice to have, some help in that area. Particularly with infectious diseases and stuff like that. You send in the android, right? Send in the cloud. It's a difference.
Well said.
Sorry?
Oh, thanks, well said.
Thank you.
Also well sang.
Thank you.
Right. Over here, we just got a couple minutes left, and then we get to all three of you.
I can do, we're gonna do
I've been
Wait,
watching.
I'm done.
Oh, we're done?
No, I can do it. Yeah, let's do it really quickly.
I've been watching since I was a little kid when the original series, and then many years went by, and then Next Generation came by.
Good question.
I want to say thank you,
Oh, thank you.
because the success of Next Generation launched all the other shows, and I want to say thank you very much for what you've done.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I was responsible for watching all those other shows. Yeah.
If you could command data in any movie, theater, or TV show besides Star Trek: The Next Generation or Out to Sea, what would it be? And what would it be?
And put it in a,
Movie and TV show.
Well, I was going to talk to Levar about that this morning, about doing the Sherlock Holmes, a limited edition Sherlock Holmes series. And he said, yeah, I said, like, we, Sherlock and Watson in space. And he said, how does that work? And I said, well, if you like, the Basil Rathbone series with Nigel Bruce of Sherlock Holmes, except for the first two, the rest of them took place during the war in 1945 or 44 or whatever. Sherlock Holmes doesn't take place. He's in Victorian London. I say, Holmes, there's not enough room on my ration card. Very good.
It's Nigel Bruce impression.
If something happens to Levar, you're in, man. Yeah.
Something could happen to him.
Yes. But yeah, we don't have to explain it. They're just in space. That's all. You know.
Last one.
Last
one,
question.
red shirt.
Let's take it good.
Dangerous thing.
Leave it up to him whether it's good or not.
Dangerous to wear a red shirt to a Star Trek film.
I know what you're thinking already. But you can get it at Barnes & Noble.
Actually, I was thinking, how much did you want to add your night court character into some of your other performances, as opposed to adding data into performances, rather your night court character, whenever you showed up to be the, I can't remember the character's name, it was the hillbilly that was like, well, you know, I like to do this, you know.
Yeah, I'd like to be him all the time, if I could. Thank you.
I have two little bits of housekeeping. We got photo ops later today. If you haven't signed up for them, you head right downstairs. Photo op was right there. Are you here the rest of the weekend?
I'm here all weekend.
So if you haven't gone to somewhere yet, go see me. If you love to see me, why not go on a second? One thing to wrap things up, we've been going through a thing that we're still going through.
Yes.
This is something that's not doing cons for a while. We're back out doing cons again. What's it like being back out here and getting the kind of love from fans that you're getting here at the microphone, that you're getting at the table, and the photo ops and so on?
What's it like? It's like swimming in a rainbow with thousands of cherubs.
Now you can just kiss your ass. Yeah.
Thank you all so much.